Hey y'all, Black Swan here. I hope everything is well with you guys. Everything's well with me and Boogie here. Um, I just wanted to get on and give a little encouragement and to say what I'm learning, what I'm noticing as we're sitting in isolation. And maybe you can relate. I am noticing that, first off, this is a very reflective period. And a black swan moment. That's what a black swan moment is. So this is a very big black swan moment or reflective period for everyone, and it has no race, no gender, none of that. This is the root. Is to get to the root of the situation, and the root usually is within ourselves and our past and our childhood and where we at now, something we did last week, all of that stuff. Okay. I've just noticed that this is a time that I think is going to help everybody. Just need to go to their respective corners. It don't matter if you single or you married or what's going on. You got a boyfriend, girlfriend, because to me it seems that the Creator has separated everybody to a degree. Okay, and it's making you sit down. It's making me sit down. I don't know what it's doing for you. I'm sorry, but it's making me sit down. It's just what I see. It's making what it seems all of us to sit and reflect on some things that we may have done in the past, have happened to us in the past, stuff that we couldn't cry about, we tried to stay strong about, and now you can't do nothing but face it because you got to sit still and you got to deal with it. And if you don't deal with it, it's going to come out in anger. It's going to come out in depression. It can come out in a lot of negative ways. You taking it out on your children, all of that stuff. And to me, I feel like if you let it and you just go ahead and face it, we are going to get over like a lot of things and get understanding from a lot of things that may have happened that we didn't understand. You know, you may don't understand why your best friend was mad at you, or why the family acting the way they act, or why you act the way you act, or different scenarios and different things. And this is a reflective period, I feel, for all of us to deal with some stuff that every day-to-day life we can use to cover up and not deal with. And it hurts you and it makes you angry, and it makes you stay asleep, just to cover it up. You don't want to deal with it. You want to just stay in comfort and just have this fantasy world that everything is okay. It's bringing up your negatives and the positives. That's what I'm getting. It kind of like a purging, like you're purging. And I hope that we are, because I'm looking at this, I'm seeing this a whole lot differently. Like, I miss y'all. Like, I know that I've taken for granted my freedom. That's what else I see, and I'm learning from this. I feel like I'm taking it for granted my freedom, because I get introverted too much and I stay in too much. Sometimes it's too much, and I don't go out and be with people. And then I have some, friends that'll call me out the blue, and I know that's the spirit of God, because sometimes oftentimes I get stuck. Okay, so some of y'all may think I just dipped out on you, or dipped out on the friendships or the circles or whatever, and that's not it at all. Okay, sometimes, and you might already know this, but sometimes God will separate you for certain situations and for such times that even in the future, because see, this for me is not hard. Like, I've already been doing this before. When you thought I left, this is what I was doing, and I had no choice. I tried physically to fight to keep going. It didn't matter. If when it was time for me to sit down, I had to sit down. So financially, your health, or just whatever, the Creator will use anything to sit you down. I know everybody have different beliefs and things like that. That's why I'm using the words that I'm saying. It's not about the title or the name of who you believe. It's one God. So I don't care how you want to put it, who you want to name, what name you want to. It's one creator, okay? And right now, it's not even about race or nothing. It's about us understanding each other. Go through that scenario where maybe someone of a different race, a situation might have happened in the past that you didn't understand. Okay, you might have got heated about it. Go back to it and see, was it something that you may have overreacted about? Or was that person really trying to teach you something? Or was that person, what was the learning lesson in that situation that bugged you, or that thing that makes you cry that you don't want to face, or that situation that makes you mad that you don't, that may have made you mad in the past, or something like that that you don't want to face or deal with emotionally? Because a lot of times as women, black women mostly, and I can only speak for us because I'm black. I'm excuse all the other terms, y'all. I'm just saying it how it's coming to me, but and so you can understand what I'm saying. But sometimes you get overly strong about things because you get in the cycle, okay? Or you get a pattern of things that have happened to you in the past where you keep repeating certain things and you don't understand why. I feel like this is a time for all of us to be reflecting on stuff like that, okay? Everything from top to bottom, and that we'll have a chance to change that and come out brand new and start out fresh and new. Okay. I'm trying my best to like communicate it so everybody can understand what I'm trying to say, and what I learned. Okay. But I hope, y'all, that we all getting something from this, because there's definitely a message in this situation, and it has to deal with us individually. It don't matter if you with somebody. Go to your respective corners by yourself. Sit your kids down, however many you have, depending on the age. If they're old enough to understand, you go sit them in their room and tell them, think about what you have done. Reflect on your school stuff. Reflect on situations or whatever happened in school, and see if it's something you need to deal with you, or something you may have a question about that you didn't get a chance to ask me about because life was going so fast and I may have been busy at the time. I want you to go and think about certain things. You know what I'm saying? And I think that I feel like that will help certain people give understanding of what's going on and get them out of being fear, especially your children. So, like I said, I hope everyone is well, and I hope you guys understand what I said, because I just see this as a purging moment. I see this as a test of your faith, and it's also a reflection. It's a lot of stuff in one. It's a lot of stuff in one. Okay. And I'm heartbroken over the ones we lost so far. Okay, but I do know that they have gone to be with the Creator. Okay, and those of us that are still here, we need to make sure we are doing what it takes and being safe and looking out, just not just for ourselves, but for each other to still be here, for the rest of us to be here. It's time to stop thinking about just yourself. You need to think about everybody else too, okay? You need to think about the chain reaction. Think about, if you do your part, how is this going to help everybody else to do their part, and we all do our part in unison, and then we can keep this positivity going, and we can help each other be strong enough to get through this. Okay? So just like a lot of people are saying, some of y'all pray to the universe. That's still God. He created that. But okay, it's all under your understanding. Long as you can understand what you're supposed to be doing and what's really up. Okay, that's all that matters. the message. As long as you get the message, you don't know what the next step gonna bring. You don't know what the future gonna bring, but we are getting prepared to go there. So you do what you can right now to get ready for that next level, because we going to another level and we getting through this. This not, no. We are the children of God in all races, okay, in all genders. It's about your heart, your spirit, your intention. Okay, being honest with yourself. Get with yourself and be honest in your reflection. Don't be afraid to say, yeah, I was wrong about that. I probably shouldn't have did that. Don't be afraid of the feeling of it, because I ain't gonna lie, it feels horrible. I definitely know it's the weakness feeling and crying and all that. It feels horrible, but it's for the best. You won't know what you've done wrong if you can't fix nothing if you don't know it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know what you've done wrong if you don't look at it, if you don't go back and examine it, because it's probably taking a pattern in some form or fashion. And that's the thing, I think, is us doing our part to better ourselves. Okay? And being a light for the rest of the people in our family to help them and make it easier, because everybody not on the same level. Everybody not going to get it at the same time. But right now, at this same time, we're all isolated at the same time for a reason. Listen to your animals. You need to take examination of everything. The rain that happened at the beginning of this, all that rain that happened, you need to pay attention and look at everything. We need to go through everything. You may have made a mistake that you got away with that you probably could have went to jail for. And if you got away with that, this is probably the time now to go ahead and change your heart. And that's called repentance. And for the babies, for my babies that may not understand that, repentance is something that you being sorry from your whole heart. You not, yes, people make mistakes, but in your whole heart of hearts, you gonna do everything you can, as best you can, to not do that again. And if you need to apologize, you do that. If you can't apologize to that person in person, then you do that from your whole heart, from what your meditation, your prayers, just from your heart and understanding. And it don't always have to bring tears, but oftentimes it does. You know what I'm saying? That's you being honest with yourself. So you guys, we all at the same time, dealing with this whole situation. And some of us have different beliefs, different, titles and things like this. And I'm seeing what I'm learning, and what I see is it has nothing to do with any of that anymore. It don't matter what title you got. It don't matter what religion you in. It doesn't matter whether you go to church, to the building or not. It doesn't matter. It's your heart, your faith. Okay, and that happens and helps to go into that by you really being honest with you and getting by yourself. Okay, and another thing I've learned is that us being like this too, and you thinking about certain things, it also made me think about, respect and all the stuff that we have in common on one plane. And that is respect, because everybody on the globe, including the animals, including the insects, all that stuff, the trees, everything wants respect. And everything wants to be loved, even if they don't know it or not. It may seem like people don't know because they may be looking at mean or they're upset about certain stuff. They still want to be loved. Okay? It don't matter whether you single or married. This is about you as an individual, period. and how we really feel about each other, and being honest with ourselves and going through our lives and seeing honestly, what can we fix? What did we get wrong to get us to this place or get us here in your own individual situation? We all are here in the same thing because of this virus, but we all separately got situations and lives, different lives and paths that we took. Some are kind of similar and some are different, and some are different, completely different. But it's still about you, about me, about us as an individual, and how we deal with each other individually, reflected to each other, and how we receive from each other and ourselves. Like, it's, to me, it's make me go through like a fine-tooth comb over everything. Like, you paying the stuff you didn't pay attention to before and realize before. You ain't got no choice right now. You know what I'm saying? So respect is the number one thing that we all on this globe have in common. Everything that has breath. Okay? And we all want love. The second thing, those are two things. But one of them neither one of them we can force. You get what I'm saying? So we need to find one that we can all commonly, to the root, like down to the bottom, agree on. And whether we like each other or not, is respect. Everybody wants respect, whether we understand each other or not, or whether we understand what each other do or likes or how we are. It don't matter. Respect is what we all have in common. And guess what? Love rides the back of respect, because everybody loves respect, because we want respect always. Even as kids, before we knew what the word respect was, we knew what it felt like. I did. And I didn't like nobody disrespecting me since a kid. Before I knew what the word was, I didn't play that. So you remember how it feels, and remember what you learned in your past, and reflect on what we can fix. Let's try not to get panicked, and because it's people leaving us and they're dying, and we don't want that to get caught up and bring down our defenses and make us weak with negativity and worrying and all that stuff. Okay? So pay attention to your pets. That's what else I've learned. And I've done this in the beginning as well. I noticed this throughout my life, is pets. If you don't have any kids, that's okay. Pay attention to your pets, because pets, they know when stuff change. And those of y'all that have cats, and cats sit under the bed and sit still, and on top, I think all the animals do that. When it's about to be an earthquake or it's about to be some big situation, they act a certain way. You know what I'm saying? That's another sign. Pay attention to the signs. Okay? And when they're singing around and happy around, pay attention to that too. Because they have faith. They know that they know that they know that they know. And they ain't got no doubt. They have no doubt about it. Animals. You get what I'm saying? So pay attention to your children. But you also got to know, with children, you can set the tone for them children. So you might want to be careful of, if you getting into depression, go to your corner and ask and pray or meditate to help you have strength. If not for you, if you can't do it for you right now, do it for your children. And that'll help you and give you strength as well. You know what I'm saying? And that also helps us to not be selfish. It's showing us all, even the selfish ones, you ain't got no choice but to sit and deal with your selfishness. We ain't got no choice but to sit to deal with our judgmentalness if it was overly judgmental, because you supposed to judge. You judge the situation and then you make a choice. Okay? So that whole don't judge thing, y'all need to be a little more specific with that, because that's not You judge the situation, whether you want to deal with that or not, whether you want to, go and handle, and, however you want to deal with that situation. You judge what's going on. But overly judgmental, overly judging something or someone, yeah, that's no good. That's a different story. So I just wanted to get on here. I was in my whole thing and in my vibe, and I wanted to get on here and make sure I do my part as best I can. I have cramps right now, y'all. Y'all know I'm that girl and tell you what it is. You know what I'm saying? That Pisces be coming out when I be feeling stuff. So I gotta tell y'all, let y'all know, you know what I'm saying? Because somebody might be relating. I remember going throughout my life and often feeling that, dang, as a kid, that, dang, do anybody relate to me? I wonder if anybody else going through this. You know what I'm saying? So I want kids to understand me. I want adults to understand me and know that, you're not going through everything by yourself. Some of us have been through the same thing you've been through and are going through the same thing you're going through, aside from this virus thing that we all going through. But other individual situations that we're all going through, we all can relate and make you not feel alone. And even though you're not alone anyway, whether I said this or not, the Father is with you. He with us. He got us. Okay? So y'all, I wanted to get on here and make sure, like I said, do my part and encourage you guys and let you know what I'm seeing and learning, because growing, that's what we trying to do, right? So let's use this time. I think this is the time you need to use, even though it's a sad moments, but we can also turn it into learning moments and turn it positive and teach us, because we need to balance out. I feel like it's a balance that needs to happen. We've been lopsided for a minute. You know what I'm saying? It's been feeling real lopsided. So I think this is what I'm seeing. I don't know about you, I'm just saying what I feel and think and see, what I'm seeing and gathering together from all this, okay, as much as I can so far, is that we're growing and we have to listen and we have to sit still and really listen. It's not easy. Because you kick like a child. Because I remember, like I said, I've been started doing this, and I didn't understand it until now. I just felt like, God picking on me. Ain't nobody else going to do. Why they get to go to Yosemite? I ain't never been in Yosemite. Why can't I go? And I don't care what it was. It could have been my finances. It's going to be something. When he wants you to sit down, you going to sit down. Okay? And you can take that to the bank. So, you guys, I hope you guys see the message, and I hope that we all learning stuff and we growing, and that after this is over, because we getting over this. We gonna step over this, baby. Okay? When this is over, we gonna be so happy to see each other. I'm gonna be so happy to see y'all. And not take, that's also too, friendships for granted, people so you associated with for granted, people in class we wish we could see again right now for granted. I really just want to hug every single one of y'all that I know, everybody that pretty much helped me in my life from childhood on. I'm like wishing, I wonder what that person doing. I hope they all right. My friends back home that I never thought about no more, the girls that I wanted to slap back in the day that I wish I can go back and slap. Now I don't want to slap them no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to slap them no more. You know what I mean? I'm growing. And I hope we all growing. Y'all know I got to throw a little joke in there somewhere. But I'm for real. I did want to slap them. But I understand it better now. You know what I'm saying? So maybe go back to some things you didn't understand, or some things that was confusing, and see if you understand it now. You may have a different perspective on it than you did at that time, because you was probably mad or scared, or you wasn't strong enough, as strong as you are now, or you didn't want to face reality then. Now you want to face reality now. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of stuff, positive and negative. You arrogant stuff, you too arrogant, you selfish, all that stuff is regurgitating. That's what I see. Cause that's what's been going on with me. And I understand it now. So all y'all that y'all don't really see me no more, you think I just dipped out on you. Like I said, I didn't dip out on you. I asked God to order my steps. So if that's what I'm asking and that's what I believe in, I can't be worried about whether you mad at me because he doing what he do and I'm being obedient. You got me? So I just feel like that's something that if you upset about that, then you need to check yourself because you should know me. You should be paying attention to me and my spirit, discerning me like I discern you. And I discern everybody I deal with, believe it or not. I'm telling you now, you didn't know, but I do. So when you start acting different, I notice. Just like if you get taken and I know you call me every certain time and something happened and you change and switch up, I'm coming looking for you because that's not something you do. We usually talk every day. I haven't talked to you in, wait a minute. Or we usually talk every Wednesday at such and such time because that's what this person does, or this person always is just a trait that you do that will make me know if something is wrong with you or something happens or something that's just don't seem like that's like you. I don't buy into bull crap. You know what I'm saying? Because see, I paid attention to you and I know you wouldn't do that. But just in case, let me, girl, I know did you know? So, and I say that to say it's one post still so far that came up on my page that I didn't post. I don't even know how it got there. And it hasn't happened again, but I just noticed that it came up after I said something political, and then it came up. But if you guys see anything crazy that ain't me, and that look like, nah, wait a minute, let me see what's going on with D, or let me see what's going on with Mitra, hit me up. I am me, DM me directly, hit my text up. Hey, girl, because y'all know I don't be on here all the time. I try to have a healthy amount of time on here. I don't let this internet stuff take me overboard. I like balance. And that's what I'm trying to get at, balance. That makes me feel better. So I just want to tell y'all that too. So all my friends and family, you guys, everybody that I've associated with and all that, I love y'all. Okay, if I haven't seen you in a while, I love you. And I hope you all right. I'm good. Let's just stay on a positive track as we can, and also not be afraid to look at the negative and examine the negative, so in case it's something we can fix and make better, because we the children of God. Okay, so we can fix it, but we got to know where our help comes from. We can't do it all by ourselves. We need each other, and we need the creator of all this, because only he knows the actual map of what this is or what's going on. As you see, man don't know. So anyway, you guys, I'm gonna get on off here, and I just want to say I love you guys again, and take care of each other and stay positive and be careful with fear. Don't let it overtake you. Examine it, see what's up, get yourself together, be honest with yourself, and then always also understand that fear, don't let it'll be too negative and you'll start doing taking you somewhere else you don't even need to be going. And in us spiritual folks, we call that the devil. So we don't let the devil take you off and let him try to trick you, because see, he can only do so much. Okay, because we the children of God, he can't do too much. But let's take this time and see what our Father is saying to us, because like I said, and I'm sure y'all already see now, man don't know. He don't have no cure, which means he's not God, which means now what? We got each other and we got the creator. So what we gonna do? What you gonna do? And you want to hit me up, DM me, and let me know what you learned, or hit in the comments what you learned. That's great, y'all. Maybe some of us might want to look at some stuff we didn't think about before, and you bring up, and okay, I didn't think about that. You know what I'm saying? Let's help each other mentally and spiritually, and get on the same vibe and positivity for real. And we can go ahead and wrap this Coro V up, cause she ain't talking about nothing. And she don't have no power. It's the power we giving her. So don't let the enemy trick you, because that's his thing. He do the same tricks, just at different times. So let's go ahead and band together on this, figure this thing out together by getting our own self to individually, and going to our corners and seeing our part, then coming back together and seeing what you got. Okay, let's work with that. Let's work with each other to make sure we don't come up on this no more. You get what I'm saying? So I love y'all again. I know I said that a lot of times because I do. Okay, and I don't have to know you to pray for you or to love you. Okay, but just don't forget, respect. Love rides the back of respect. Remember, love is not boastful. It's not forced. So you can't force nobody to love each other. But we all like respect. Let's find a common ground. And that's respect. And love just gonna walk on in. We may not still don't understand how your lifestyle is, and I don't understand. Or I don't understand why you do what you do. But long as you respect me, I'ma respect you. And that opens that door to understand each other and try to maybe I don't understand you this year, maybe next year. Let's come back to it another time, just like your life. You may not have understood something when you was younger. Go back to it, reflect on it, see what you understand now, because our whole life and journey is a learning lesson. Okay? We being tested often, and we just don't know, some of us. But we being tested often. And right now, we don't have no choice but to be on the same plane. It don't matter how much money you got. We all at ground zero. So, what we gonna do? We gonna let fear take us off and not want to understand what's going on, and or you know what I mean, not encourage each other and worry about titles and not the message? Or are we gonna get it together with ourselves and really be honest with ourselves and try to do better, which is repenting with our whole heart, ourselves up for whatever happened, and mean it? You're not perfect, but you still gotta mean it. Not just say it because everybody else saying it and on the surface with it. You gotta get on down to the root of it. Go to the flow and mean it. The flow of your heart, the bottom, ground zero, and mean that. All right, so you guys, just be aware of everything. Don't let fear take us. I'm saying this for myself too. Be aware, do what we need to do, not lose your freedom of thought, not think that we can't never go outside no more. Don't feel like you strapped down, but don't be out there licking stuff no more, y'all. Okay, you children, I know y'all like to move fast and you like to think you're invincible, but baby, you need to sit down. Okay? And you parents need to go ahead and take the reins again and go on, step up to the title parent, because you are that title for a reason. You are mom and daddy for a reason. You supposed to be leading the child in the way they supposed to go. They ain't supposed to be out there licking toilets, and we supposed to be and getting sick and doing stuff purposely that we're not supposed to be doing, instead of mildly. Go to the store, do what you need to do, get you some fresh air, take you a walk by yourself. Go with the guidelines and keep still your freedom. But if you start going out there acting a fool and doing silly stuff and not taking reins on your children. It don't matter how old they are. When you got kids, that's a never-ending job, baby. It don't matter. Your child in school, in college being crazy, call them up, roll up there. What y'all, wait. And be respectful of what's going on in the law. Obedient. You supposed to follow the law of the land. Don't give them no reason. You gonna give them a reason to lock us down completely. Don't give them no reason. They want you to give them a reason. You see what I'm saying? We got to see the forest. We got to see the forest beyond the trees. That means you got to see things in the future for you kids that don't understand that. And you may have heard that before, because I didn't understand it till I was grown. You have to see past this. If you do this, what is that going to bring? You have to go through this and examine stuff before you go do it. Somebody coming to you with that idea, make the judgment. You don't have to tell them, should I do that? Might bring all your morals that you've known, that your parents taught you, into that situation and judge it and make a decision. Are you going to follow and do the wrong thing that you know you're not supposed to be doing? Or are you going to go ahead and do the right thing and worry about whether they agree with you or not, or like you or not? You don't worry about that. Because see, right now, we all in separated. They not with you while you sick. You separated by yourself because you didn't went and lick the toilet. Or went out there and partied and sweat and you open up your pores, baby. When you sweat and dance around in alcohol, you opening up your pores, which is going to receive whatever's going on. They talking about this floating around, this Coro floating around. So why? Anyways, that's just a thought. Don't let cabin fever take you under and all that stuff. Keep using your mind and thinking and being ahead of the game, okay? And staying true to yourself. That's what that means. Be honest with yourself, right or wrong. Tell yourself you wrong. Should nobody have to tell you that. You do that. You got me? So, you guys, again, take care of yourselves and your family. Me and Boogie over here, all right. I'm good. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. And I can't wait to see you guys again and hopefully touch you guys. Some of y'all, not all of y'all. Hold up, brothers. But some of you guys, I can't wait to see you guys and look in your faces and see the blessings that's gonna come out of this. I know it don't look like it right now, but we gonna get some blessings out of this, okay? And God is gonna get the glory out of this. All right, y'all. So I love you guys again. And last but not least, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. It won't work. I love you guys. Black Swan. Later.